What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we are continuing on with the 66 small block coupe that you just saw us pull out of a barn. It's been sitting since the mid 90s. Went through all the parts that he had in a box. He had a bunch of stuff to put this thing back together, but he was missing some pretty important components. Might have sent them out to get powder coated or something like that. So we went ahead and made a big list of what we needed. Ended up sending a good friend of ours, Don, up to Tracy Corvette, which is right around where he lives, and he got us a lot of the parts that we needed, sitting right here on the bench. Just miscellaneous stuff. We got leaf spring bolts, which we actually had, we found. You know, just small stuff, gas tank strap kit. One of the major components that he had taken apart was these control arms. It actually takes some special tools to put back together. So we're not gonna do that. We went ahead and bought a brand new set of, I guess they're not brand new, they're probably refurbished, rebuilt, but a set of real trailing arms for this thing. They've been freshly powder coated, got the rotor on it, got the camber rod bracket on it. So those things are ready to bolt in and ready to go. So we'll get those bolted in. We've got a set of shims for it. We'll probably just guess at it and then have the car aligned. Got a box of shims. Throw enough in there and put the same on the other side. Then when the car gets aligned, they'll have to adjust the shims and everything. But the car had a 410 rear gear in it, so that's what we're gonna go putting right back in it. Over here messing with the rear end mount. Actually bolts right here, goes forward. And these, get these cups. We actually just beat the rubber ones out, and all they had in stock was these polyurethane. Are these polyurethane? Plastic?
I think so.
Something other than rubber mounts, yeah, that we're going to put in this thing, and that'll bolt through the rear end, bolt right to the chassis. Then we start putting the axles and stuff like that in. He had a brand new set of hooker headers in that box over there. We'll just throw the headers right back on it. Probably order a pipes exhaust kit. That'd be the easiest thing to do. Those things fit, they fit all right. They don't fit perfect, but they fit pretty good. So we'll go ahead and order those, and hopefully get this thing on the road here pretty soon. So we're gonna go grab some paint so we can paint up this stuff that's a little nasty looking and start putting this thing together. Alright, well, we made a dent in this thing, but we realized one thing. We didn't get the entire kit for these bushings. I'm supposed to have a flat piece over it, because right now it's just pressed in, and one hard launch and the rear end will probably be laying on the ground. So they make a flat piece of steel that helps hold that in. We'll be buying those and putting those on there, or either that or making something. And then our calipers are not here yet, so I thought they were here and they are not. So calipers should be here tomorrow. We'll end up finishing this thing up, get it back on the ground. Like I said, we got the headers right there we'll put on here, and then I do need to order an exhaust. Probably get the headers put on right now, get the tranny and everything put in tomorrow, hopefully rear end buttoned up, and get this thing down on the ground. So. All right, it is the next day. Today we ended up getting calipers for this car. Brake pads are somewhere over there on the end of the table. We got a new clutch and flywheel. Got the alignment tool, throwout bearing, pressure plate, tire clutch kit, flywheel. And then we also got today, let's see, some paint and plugs. Forgot about that because we're gonna put the headers on it. So we'll do the plugs while we got the headers off. Got this thing pretty much ready to sit down. Ryan just ran and got some 7/16 fine thread bolts for the half shafts. Then by the time he gets back, I should have the calipers on it, which should pretty much button up the back here besides bleeding the brakes and throwing the gas tank in. So I'm gonna get right to work, start throwing this thing together. I gotta find some bolts for the calipers. I don't know if they're in here somewhere. We got a ton of bolts. Luckily this guy was way more organized than I am and labeled everything. So gas tank bolts, U-bolts for the drive shaft. Those look like those might be caliper bolts. So I gotta find some caliper bolts, get started on this thing, and see if we can make this thing a roller tonight.
Getting fuel now. And that's some old stale gas. We probably should get some.
Get a can.
Yep. All right. We got fuel now. Kind of sporadic fuel. Hold on a second. All right, just get it running and try and keep it going.
for the racetrack.
That's a job well done. Runs good for not running for what, 25 years?
Yep.
About that, yeah. Sounds good.
That sounds good with some exhaust and muffler.
Put new headers on it tomorrow.
Alright, so it's been a while. A couple days now. It's actually Christmas Eve. But we've been farting around with this thing. We had a brake master cylinder go bad, so we had to put a new brake master cylinder on it. So we finally got brakes. And then we've been messing with this exhaust that did not fit. As you see, we still gotta take these things off. But it did not fit when we started. It actually wasn't the exhaust, it was the header's fault. I had to beat the header in down there by the engine mount on the frame. This side came very close, but we didn't beat it in. We probably should have. But and then these were 3-inch flanges. They're 3-inch headers, and they actually, with the 3-inch pipe, they ran into the floor. So I ended up cutting them off and welding a 3 to 2.5 reducer on there. Then I had to extend that pipe to get this thing to actually bolt all together. But it's looking pretty good. Got the tailpipes on it, 2.5 inch all the way back. That's the crap we took off of it. This nice exhaust should definitely pick up some power. Not that this thing's a powerhouse, but go ahead and lower this thing down. We need to take care of these, so we might as well take them off while the thing's on the lift. We're gonna lower her down and fire up for the first time.
You can smell it.
Nope. Alright guys, that's gonna about wrap it up for this video. Just took the old girl for her first spin, and it actually drives pretty good. We aligned the rear end with our eyeballs and got it pretty close. Still needs to go get an actual alignment, but she runs and drives good. Drives straight down the road. The clutch chatters just a little bit from being brand new still, But other than that, everything seems to work. The taillights, we got to figure out why those aren't working. We got to put a battery in it so we can quit carrying around the jump box every time we go for a drive. Been sitting for almost 25 years, and she's actually a good running car for, you know, sitting for that long and not really doing anything. I mean, set of plugs, oil change, and put back together what that gentleman took apart. So but it is Christmas Eve, so we're gonna put this thing away and head over to some family get-togethers for Christmas. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.